For many years, DreamWorks Animation stood as a major contender in the world of feature animation, rivaling legacy studios and boasting blockbuster franchises like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. Indeed, as of 2025, the studio had accrued a total worldwide gross of approximately $17.59 billion from 55 films. Yet despite this high watermark, more recently, signs of strain have emerged. In October 2023, DreamWorks announced a layoff of approximately 4% of its workforce, about 70 positions, citing rising costs and a downturn in business. Further, looking at recent box office performance, for example, the film Dog Man opened to around $36 million domestically, but ended up with only about $145.6 million worldwide. While not a disaster, this pales compared to the peaks DreamWorks once scaled. Meanwhile, another release, Trolls Band, together with a reported budget of $95 million, grossed approximately $210.6 million worldwide. These performances suggest the studio is struggling to generate the kind of blockbuster momentum it used to. The founding trio of DreamWorks envisioned a revolutionary entertainment company where creative minds would hold sway over business executives. Initially, their dream included 10 separate divisions spanning film production, animation, television, video games, and music, with employees enjoying perks like free food and a first-name-only policy. This grand vision promised creative freedom, unlike anything Hollywood had seen since the days of United Artists. The animation industry presents a fundamental tension between artistic expression and market demands. For DreamWorks, this balancing act became increasingly difficult as financial pressures mounted. Animators struggled to create emotionally resonant works while meeting financial expectations of studios and investors. Katzenberg, who oversaw DreamWorks Animation, faced criticism for micromanaging expensive flops like The Road to El Dorado and Sinbad. While films like How to Train Your Dragon demonstrated the studio's creative potential, the pressure to produce commercially viable content often overwhelmed artistic considerations. Consequently, many animators reported feeling stifled by rigid guidelines from marketing teams that prioritized commercial appeal over emotional depth. DreamWorks' ambitions far exceeded its infrastructure capabilities. Notably, the company maintained exceedingly high production budgets. Unlike larger media conglomerates with diverse revenue streams, DreamWorks Animation's business model depended heavily on individual film performance. With only 2 to 3 films released annually, one box office disappointment could spell disaster. Shrek's massive success became both a blessing and curse for DreamWorks Animation. The Green Ogre redefined the studio's identity and ultimately played a significant role in its financial trajectory. When Shrek premiered in 2001, it was essentially an active middle finger to Disney Animation Studios with their musical fairy tales. The film's unprecedented success led to the creation of the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. Shrek 2 earned $441 million in 2004, making it DreamWorks' highest-grossing film. As a result of Shrek's monumental achievements, DreamWorks faced immense pressure to replicate this formula across other properties. The franchise became a bottomless well of inspiration across decades. But according to industry analysts, Shrek made DreamWorks. You might think that DreamWorks made Shrek, but it's really the other way around. In essence, this dependency created vulnerability. The studio became overly reliant on one franchise's continued success. After a 14-year hiatus following Shrek Forever After, in 2010, DreamWorks' decision to revive the franchise with Shrek 5 has sparked controversy. The new animation style, created using Moonray technology, has been criticized by fans as appearing more cartoony with more rounded shapes and bigger eyes, risking audience alienation. Multiple critical factors contributed to DreamWorks Animation's decline after its promising start. The studio's business model ultimately proved unsustainable as market conditions evolved and competition intensified. The studio's films consistently carried excessive budgets. Furthermore, marketing expenses often matched production costs. Although Shrek became a multi-billion-dollar franchise, DreamWorks struggled to replicate this success. Previously reliable spin-offs, like Penguins of Madagascar, underperformed, and development troubles plagued Shrek 5, resulting in multiple delays. The studio faced significant legal challenges, including a $50 million settlement in an animation wage theft lawsuit and shareholder litigation following the disappointing performance of Turbo. These legal battles distracted leadership and damaged investor confidence. Early attempts to diversify into music, television, and video games were largely abandoned. In particular, the live-action film division delivered inconsistent results. As competitors multiplied and evolved, DreamWorks maintained outdated business practices. Critics noted that DreamWorks films often relied on formulaic storytelling that failed to connect with broader audiences. Compounding this, the shift in industry dynamics, streaming services, global competition, and franchise fatigue have altered what audiences expect. In such an environment, studios reliant on franchise sequels and legacy intellectual property must constantly refresh their appeal or risk stagnation. DreamWorks' reliance on legacy brands may have left it vulnerable when audiences seek new visions or bigger spectacle. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Hit the subscribe button and like this video for more such content.